Last time I asked you actually to solve the sheet of main idea or the central idea and details, and let me just give you a clear picture about this skill. As you know, for the people that they joined as new members with us, you know that for SAT we have four domains: two reading and two writing. We start revising actually from domain one that is talking about information and ideas. And like that, the analysis will come for you after your results start coming out. It will give you the domain and what did you get in each domain out of 100, out of 800. So the first domain is information and idea. It includes three skills. The first one that we revise it, evidence. The second one that we're going to revise it today, main idea and details. The third one is inferences. But unfortunately, the evidence has three subskills. Scientific, the hardest subskill, scientific evidence, literary evidence, quantitative evidence. So today, I'm gonna just answer with you from number 1 till 4. Then you're gonna start answering by yourself the rest of the sheet. Then we're gonna have a test today, inshallah. So, when he asks us just to have to know that the main idea or the central idea in details has two subskills. The first one is the main idea. Whenever he asks you in the question, because when we come to answer, we have to read the question first. Whenever he asks you what is the main idea, my way, as Dr. Tamer, you have to read the first sentence and last sentence. First sentence and last sentence. Then you go to the answers and find which one match with the first and the last. Okay, Dr. Tamer. What about the rest? If they don't match, cancel them. طب Dr. Tamer, what about if we find that we have more than one answer that can be accepted? What we're gonna do? Eliminate that they are not accepted. Then keep 2 or 3 that you think that they are accepted from reading the first sentence and last sentence. Then read the whole text, but after elimination, and return to the one that they are not eliminated to find the right answer from them. Let's try. Here the main idea, so I'm gonna read the first sentence and the last sentence. He said for centuries, Polynesians wayfinders navigated the Pacific Ocean using only the stars, the currents, and other natural clues for guidance. Okay, now we know that those people actually use the stars, currents, and natural clues for guidance in the Pacific Ocean. The last sentence. Nonetheless, they continue to practice traditional wayfinding techniques, keeping their ancient art alive and preserving an important part of Polynesian culture. So the last sentence talk about that those people still keeping or still saving their tradition while they are actually on the Pacific Ocean. So let's find here. Though some wayfinders use modern technology, they continue to practice the traditional art of wayfinding. The second part, it's okay for me. But the first part, modern technology, he never mentioned that, despite that he used nonetheless. And nonetheless is contradiction, contradict to what come before. And here also used though. So maybe. So because of that, I put a tick. By observing the stars, the currents, and other signs from nature, wayfinders can navigate the Pacific Ocean without modern technology. Again, it was mentioned in the first and last sentence. And again, modern technology is not mentioned, so it can be. Wayfinders are responsible for preserving many aspects of ancient Polynesian culture. Yes, also this was mentioned in the first and last. Instead of relying on traditional wayfinding methods, some wayfinders use modern technology to navigate. He doesn't mention modern technology. And at the end, he mentioned that they are continue to practice traditional wayfinding technique. So this is completely wrong. So now, Dr. Tamir, you have A, B, C, can be one of them the answer. What you're going to do, now read the whole text. Then return to choose one of A, B, C. Don't return back to D. It's cancelled already. So for centuries, Polynesian wayfinder navigated the Pacific Ocean using only the stars, the currents, and other natural clues for guidance. Today, some wayfinders use modern technology such as GPS and solar panels to enhance the safety and speed of their journeys. Nonetheless, they continue to practice traditional wayfinding techniques, keeping their ancient art alive and preserving an important part of Polynesian culture. So though some wayfinder use modern technology to continue to practice the traditional art of wayfinding, yes, Allah Azam. Yes, that's the right answer because he used modern technology. He used the word of modern technology. Then he mentioned in the last sentence that they still, despite the modern technology, they are still using the traditional way. By observing the star, the currents, and other signs from nature, Wayfinder can navigate the Pacific Ocean without modern technology? No, he mentioned in the second sentence that he can use modern technology. Wayfinder are responsible for preserving many aspects of ancient Polynesian culture. He doesn't talk about many aspects. He talk only about using guidance inside the Pacific Ocean, not many aspects. Take care of the singular and the plural. So the right answer is A. Let's go to the second one. But here is completely different. We don't have here in the question main idea. So then the second sub-skill is called detail. And detailed question exactly look like reading comprehension questions. Like when I give you a passage and ask you a certain question and you have to read the whole passage to find the answer for this detail. The same thing will happen here. So you have to read the question carefully and read the whole text to find the answer. Here he said, according to the text, what is one reason some archaeologists are interested in recovering scents from ancient artifacts? Why archaeologists are interested in recovering scents from ancient artifacts? Let's read up to find why they are interested in. Scent is tightly interwoven with our daily lives, often evoking significant memories and important social events. This connection is of growing interest to whom? To archaeologists who hope to use it to better understand. So why they are interested in? To understand ancient rituals, trade, social hierarchies, and medicine. So they are interested in to recover or to understand those stuff. But you're going to complete also. Maybe you're going to have something else. Although the speed at which other molecules dissipate, spread, makes identifying ancient scents challenging, advancement in biomolecular technologies show promise in unlocking ancient aroma from preserved artifacts. Archaeological studies making use of these advancements may provide new insight into past society. So now we know that they are interested in recovering scents just to understand ancient ritual, trade, social hierarchies, and medicine. So they are investigating whether people's sense of smell has declined in recent centuries. It doesn't talk about that. They believe the sense could eliminate important aspects of ancient life. Yes. They need to know ancient ritual, trade, social hierarchies, and medicine. So it can be that. They hope to develop new medicines using ancient scent molecules. They didn't talk about that. They think that ancient scents would be enjoyable to people today. Even he didn't talk about that. So the answer is B. Let's go to question number 3. And question number 3 again, I'm going to go to the question. Whenever you find the words or the phrase according to the text, this again is a detailed question. So you have to read the question, find the goal, then read the whole text to find the answer. Here he said, according to the text, why does the narrator consult some family photographs? Why the narrator goes and starts searching or looking for or looking at some photographs, old photographs. Let's find. The following text is from Shyam Salvadore's 1994 novel Funny Boy. The 7-year-old narrator lives with his family in Sri Lanka. Radha Auntie is the narrator's aunt. Radha Auntie, who was the youngest in my father's family, had left for America 4 years ago when I was 3. And I could not remember what she looked like. I could not remember what she looked like. I went into the corridor to look at the family photographs that were hung there. So why he went there? To just remember his aunt. But all the pictures were old ones, taken when Radha Auntie was a baby or young girl. Try as I might, I couldn't get an idea of what she looked like now. My imagination, however, was quick to fill in this void. So he hoped the photographs will help him recall what his aunt looked like. Yes, it mentioned here what she looked like. He is curious about how his father dressed a long time ago. He didn't mention his father. He just mentioned father's family. The main thing for him is Radha Auntie. He wants to remind his aunt of an event that is shown in an old photograph. He didn't remember her, and he wants to remember. He wants to use the photographs and inspiration for a story he is writing. He didn't talk about any kind of story. The last question to start your answer by yourself. Number four is the main idea. So again, how we solve the main idea? First sentence, last sentence. Then you start eliminating. If you find more than one answer, you're gonna read the whole text, but after elimination. Here he said the first sentence, psychologists wanted to test how young children think about rewards and fairness. Again, so those psychologists want to test how young children think about rewards and fairness. The last sentence. The children may have believed that the teacher who didn't count didn't care about fairness. So now we have an experiment the psychologist made to test or to let to see how young children think about rewards and fairness. The last results that the children believe that the teacher who didn't count didn't care about fairness. Okay. Psychologists think children cannot understand the concept of fairness until they are 6 years old. It wasn't mentioned actually. It wasn't mentioned. No, cancel. An experiment, yes, there is an experiment, found that counting out loud is the best way to teach mathematical concept to children. No, we're not talking about math. We're talking about rewards and fairness. So cancel. An experiment, yes, it's a test, showed that the way rewards are given out may affect whether young children think the situation is fair. Yes, because here he said that the teacher who didn't count didn't care about fairness. So it can be. Psychologists think young children expect to be rewarded when the children show that they care about fairness. He talked about reward and fairness, so maybe. So what will happen right now? Read the whole text. Just to choose between C and D. A and B completely wrong. Psychologists wanted to test how young children think about rewards and fairness. In an experiment, two teachers handed out rewards while children ages 4 to 6 watched. The teachers gave out the same number of rewards. Both of them gave the same number. But one of them counted the rewards out loud. The children were then asked who was fairer. 73% chose the teacher who counted. The psychologists think that counting showed the children that the teacher wanted to be fair. The children may have believed, or the children may have believed that the teacher who didn't count didn't care about fairness. So it's an experiment, yes. Show that the way rewards are given out may affect whether young children think the situation is fair. Right. Psychologists think young children expect to be rewarded. We are not talking about that they are going to be rewarded because all of them are rewarded from both teachers. But one count and the other one no. So that was the homework of last time. Now it's our time to solve number 5. And write the answer on the chat box. Number 5. And wrote the answer on the chat box. All of you, please. And number 5, it's a detailed question. Number 5 is a detailed question. Okay. Some people start solving. I got the answer from Ghina, from Rahaf. We're solving number 5. From Ahmed Saeed. from Sherry, from Ali Morsi, from Ryan. I need only number five. Okay, so Noor. From Noor, from Muhammad Vagari, from Rimas Tamer, from Rafif, from Asir Osama. Ali Swalam, which one? The first or the second?
The second.
Okay. From Swalam, from Rimas Tubgi, from Muhammad Fansa. We're solving number five only. From Joanna, from Muhammad Daich, from Yusuf Yusri, from Nardine. Uh, okay, Dima, no problem. From Dima. Okay, so who is missing? Asir Ayman, you didn't solve. Asir Ayman. You are in a noisy area. The noisy area is not going to actually interrupt you if you're going to solve number five. So Asir Ayman is not here. Asir, please. I'm not going to wait for you all the time just for your answer, please. So I got from Asir Ayman. Unfortunately, we have some people that they got this wrong. Let me explain for them. Some people got number five wrong. As you can find, as we said, he said based on the text, according to the text. So it's a detailed question. You have to read the whole thing, but you have to know what is the goal, what is the question. In what way are the daffodils that the speaker encounters similar to stars in the Milky Way? How those kind of flowers similar to stars in the Milky Way? Let's read it. The following text is from William Wordsworth, 1807, poem. I wandered lonely as a cloud. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high over vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils. Beside the lake, beneath the trees, he mentioned here the flowers, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. I need how they are similar to the stars in the Milky Way. Continuous as the stars that shine, huh? So they are what? continuous as the stars. So how do you look like? Stars? They are continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way. What is twinkle? The stars, not the daffodils. They stretched a never-ending line along the margin of a bay. So they appear to twinkle in the light? No. They can be seen during the night and day? No. They flutter and dance in the breeze? No. They seem to go on forever? Yes, continuous. So the answer is D. Ahmed Said, clear?
Yes.
لا ده كل واحد يفتح المايك ويقول لي كلير عشان اتاكد. ريماس تامر كلير.
Clear.
رهف كلير.
Mister, can you explain why A is not correct?
Okay, here you said twinkle in the light. What is twinkling? What is twinkling is the stars. He said the star that shine and twinkle. So the stars shine and twinkle. But how the daffodils look like the stars? They are continuous as the stars.
Okay,
Clear, Rahaf?
clear.
Noor. Noor Ziad, clear? Only say clear. لا ما انا مش هسيبك من غير ما تقولي clear. Noor is here or there's something happened to her. Ah, she's not here. Okay. Let's go to number. She's here right now. Let's go to number 6. And it's the main idea. Don't forget the first sentence, last sentence. Then you start eliminating. If you have more than one, read the whole text after elimination. Waiting for your answer for number 6.
Mister, can you hear me?
Yes, Noor.
I'm sorry بس النتورك عندي وحش قوي فكل شوية يطلعني يدخلني.
ولا يهمك يا نور، تحت امرك. اهم حاجه فهمت اللي فاتت ولا ما فهمتهاش؟
أنا بس مش فاهمة بصراحة ليه سي غلط.
ليه سي غلط؟ هو بيقول they flatter and dance in the breeze. انا عاوز اعرف يا نور ازاي الدافودلز شبه الستارز. فهو الجزء اهو continuous as the stars. continuous مستمرين زي الستارز. يبقى they seem go forever. Okay? I'm not talking about them that they are flatter and dance. Flatter and dance, yes, it mentioned here. But I need to know how they are similar to the stars. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, number 6, I'm sorry. Number 6 is the main idea. Waiting for your answer. I'm checking actually right now without mentioning the names, okay? Okay, I'm still waiting for Asir Usama, Nardine, Asir Ayman. Asir Usama and Asir Ayman. I'm still waiting for your answers. It's easy. I got it from Asir Usama. Asir Ayman. The second time, ya Asir, that you start to be late. If you can sit on a side, please, and just concentrate on the lesson, it's gonna be better. Asir Ayman. Okay. We're gonna go to answer the question. Do we have people that they answered them wrong? Yes. To answer this wrong? Yes. Let's find together. Fatima, I want water, please. Here we are asking about the main idea. So as we said, the main idea, we look at the first sentence and last sentence. The first and last. Then we start eliminating. Here he said microplastics are pieces of plastic that are smaller than a grain of rice. Again, microplastics are pieces of plastic that are smaller than a grain of rice. So this is a definition for the terminology of microplastic. The last sentence. Through research, her team has found that these corals, coral reef, شعاب مرجانية, may be storing up to 20 million kilograms of microplastics each year in their skeleton and tissues. Okay, so A, ecologists are interested in learning more about how certain corals build large reefs. No, he doesn't mention the microplastic. That is the most important thing here. So cancel A. Microplastic are small pieces of plastic, yes, that can be found in ocean waters. If we're talking about the coral reefs, it can be ocean, maybe. Despite that he doesn't mention ocean water, but it can be. Questions remain around the impact certain corals have on ocean ecosystem. We're not talking about the impact of coral in the ocean ecosystem. We're talking about the impact of microplastics. So cancel. Ecologists predict that corals store large amounts. Yes, it mentioned here. Large amounts of microplastic from ocean water. It can be. So now we are between B and D. We're going to read the whole thing. Microplastic are pieces of plastic that are smaller than a grain of rice. These small plastic can be found in large quantities in ocean waters. Ecologist Jessica Richard and her team are studying the role of reef building corals, having capturing microplastic from ocean waters. Through research, her team has found that these corals may be storing up to 20 million kilograms of microplastic each year in their skeletons and tissue. So here, the answer is not going to be talking about that microplastic more species that can be found in ocean waters, because here the main thing we are talking about the amount of microplastic. So the right answer is going to be D. Ali Swaylan, clear?
Clear.
Yusuf Yusri?
Clear.
Okay. Now we're going to go to the question after. Number 7, according to the text. So a detailed question. Waiting for your answers. Okay, Ryan. I'm still waiting for Aser, Yusuf Yusri, Aser Ayman, Rimas, Husam, Rafif. Okay. Um, no, your previous answer was right, Rafif. Your previous answers was right. Okay. Yes, yeah, your previous, not the one, the last one is wrong, the last one.
Yeah.
Okay, we have only one that got it wrong. There is someone wrote something. Okay, yes, Mohammed Fansa, don't change. Your answer were right. Okay, we have only one that got this wrong. Let's find together. Number 7. It's a detailed question. According to the text, what is significant about Catlet's use of lino cut printing? I need why it's important. The usage of Catlet of lino cut printing to make her art more widely available. Graphic artist Elizabeth Catlett turned to lino cut. In lino cut printing, an artist carves an image into a sheet of linoleum to create a stamp that is used to mass produce prints. In the lino cut series, The Black Woman, 1946-1947, Catlett depicts the care, why it's significant, the everyday experiences of black women alongside the achievements of well-known black women. So why it's important? Because actually it records the black women plus the achievements of well-known black women. This pairing invites the viewer to draw connections among the women. The lino cut process enabled Catlett's work to reach a wide audience and supported her aim to unite black women through her art. So why it's significant? Lino cut printing helped Catlett use art to connect people, yes? Huh? To connect, enable, connect them, make a connection among the women, especially black women, yes. Catlett was one of the first black artists to use lino cut printing. He didn't say that it was one of the first. It's not mentioned at all. Wrong information. Catlett became commercially تجاريا successful once she started using line cut printing. He didn't say that. Lino cut printing involved using material that were readily available to Catlett. He doesn't talk about that. They are actually material that they were available. Okay. I'm not gonna call your name. Okay. Let's go to question number 8, or the last question to start our test. It's the main idea. Don't forget first sentence and last sentence. If there is an introduction, don't read the introduction. When we finish, Yasser, I'm gonna let you just leave. Oh, we didn't finish. It's one session, Yasser. Okay, I'm waiting for Rimas Hussein. Okay. Yeah. I found. No one got it wrong, alhamdulillah, mashallah. That means you mastered the main idea. All of you. So let's find number 8. Also, I'm gonna explain. Whenever we find the main idea, read the first sentence, the last sentence, as I told you, and you start eliminating. As you can find here, it's a level 1. It's easy. It said shimmering is a collective defense behavior that researchers have observed in giant honeybee colonies. The last sentence, researchers hypothesize that this behavior is a specialized defense, the shimmering, response to hornets only, as it's not observed when other large predators approach the colony. So shimmering only used by honeybees for hornets, not for others. Hornets are known to be the main predator of giant honeybees. It's not the main thing. Several different species of insects use shimmering to defend against hornets. I'm not talking about species of insects. I'm talking about honeybees only. Researchers think that shimmering in giant honeybees is specific defense against hornets. Yes, that was mentioned in the first and last sentence. Researchers are unsure how giant honeybees defend against predators larger than hornets. We're not talking about predators larger than hornets. We're talking about hornets only. So you got it right. Now it's our time that you're gonna go to my website. You're gonna go to my website. Everyone know about my website. Everyone knows about my website. Who doesn't have an account on my website, just tell me please. Who doesn't have an account on my website, just tell me please. الناس اللي ما عندهاش account على الويب سايت بتاعي تقول لي.